In a world where happiness seems constantly out of reach, pulled by every demand and distraction, one philosophy holds a rare promise of tranquility: Stoicism. But it's not the passive resignation many believe it to be. No, Stoicism is a radical call to live boldly, yet wisely, to free yourself from external dictates and master the only thing you can truly control, your own mind. First, let's begin with the foundation. Happiness isn't something you stumble upon, it's something you build. For Stoics, happiness isn't given by fate or circumstance. It's created, day by day, by your actions, decisions, and thoughts. Picture your happiness as a fortress, one that only you can construct. Each action you take, each virtue you live by, is a brick that strengthens its walls. And in times of hardship, it's this fortress that shields you, holding true joy when nothing external can erode it. Second, accept what you cannot change fully. The Stoics knew that clinging to fantasies of how things should be is a path to suffering. You'll find that peace comes from aligning your expectations with reality, not as defeat, but as liberation. Imagine a river flowing swiftly. Instead of struggling against it, Stoicism asks you to flow with it. Life will bring storms, twists, and setbacks. Accepting them is not about passive resignation. It's about actively choosing peace over futile resistance. The third key is profound yet simple. Desire less, appreciate more. In our age, we are conditioned to believe that happiness lies just beyond the next purchase, the next achievement, the next approval. But Stoicism flips this on its head. It teaches that real wealth is not in possessing more, but in needing less. Picture happiness as a warm fire. Each moment of gratitude is a log that makes it burn brighter. Train yourself to see abundance in simplicity, and you'll realize that happiness, in its truest form, is within your grasp every moment. The fourth lesson: mastery over your own mind is the highest form of freedom. Stoics teach that our emotional suffering often comes from fixating on what we cannot control, the opinions of others, the twists of fate, even death. You are a keeper of your mind, and nothing can disturb it unless you let it. Imagine holding a delicate glass of water. If you grip it tightly with fear, it cracks. But held with mindful care, it remains whole. By shifting your focus away from external concerns and toward cultivating inner peace, you set yourself free. Fifth, the Stoics embraced the certainty of death, not out of pessimism, but out of wisdom. This is not a gloomy practice, but a liberating one. The ancients had a term for this, memento mori, not as a macabre reminder, but as a call to live fully, without delay. Reflecting on mortality gives life urgency, presence, and depth. Each moment becomes precious, each action a statement. When you realize life is finite, you begin to strip away the meaningless pursuits and focus on what truly matters. Sixth, you are not your emotions. You are their master. Stoicism doesn't ask you to repress feelings, but to understand and direct them. Think of emotions as powerful horses pulling a chariot. They can drive you toward greatness or plunge you into ruin, depending on who holds the reins. The Stoics teach that true happiness is found in mastery over oneself, where anger, fear, and envy have no control over your actions. Train yourself to pause, observe, and then act. Seventh, find purpose, not mere pleasure. The Stoics saw pleasure as fleeting, while purpose is lasting. Reflect on your actions, your goals. Ask, does this contribute to the greater good? Does it serve my purpose? When you engage in meaningful pursuits, you build a foundation for lasting happiness. True joy comes not from a life of ease, but from a life of substance. Eighth, value silence and reflection as your most powerful allies. In a world of constant noise and demands, silence is the doorway to insight. Taking time each day to reflect is where self-awareness blossoms and where clarity replaces confusion. Silence is where wisdom grows. By cultivating it, you strengthen the mind and fortify your peace. Next, the Stoics taught, value your time like treasure, for it is the one resource that cannot be regained. Think of time as a golden thread, slipping through your hands with each moment. Choose your actions carefully. Don't squander it on trivial matters or idle distractions. Use it wisely, consciously, in pursuit of what aligns with your values. And lastly, true freedom lies in resilience. Strengthen your mind, and no hardship can break you. The Stoics saw resilience as the bedrock of happiness. When you know that no matter what happens, you can adapt, learn, and endure, you've found the ultimate peace. Resilience is a choice. It's the courage to confront life's trials with an unbreakable spirit. So, these are the 10 essential principles to a life of true happiness. Through them, Stoicism offers not just survival, but a guide to a resilient, fulfilling existence. Each principle is a step in crafting a life that cannot be shaken by external tides. Subscribe to explore the depths of Stoic wisdom, and let's create a life that thrives in every season.